Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Allen Unicorn, I think, and well, this is a new series. I would like to call this series Bloons What If. There are currently 14 heroes in BG6: Quincy, Bloons, Striker Jones, Open Greenfoot, Drogo, Captain Churchill, Benjamin, Azili, Pat Fusty, Adora, Admiral Brickle, Ep1, Sword, and Sai. And well, I would like to ask, what if all the heroes of BG6 played an instrument? What would they play? Today we'll be taking a dive into the butt of all jokes, Quincy, son of Quincy. Whilst his bow may never miss, does he ever miss a beat? Let's find out. Quincy is an archer. Archers use a bow. You know what else uses a bow? Well, there's quite a lot of instruments. There's the violin, the viola, the cello, the bass, idiophones, and that's just to name a few. There's also the musical bow, one of the oldest instruments known. But let's just try and narrow this down just to one instrument. For all we know, Quincy could just be that
cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
That he can just play whatever he wants flawlessly. But let's just assume there is only one instrument that Quincy excels at. And to find the instrument, let us look at Quincy's skins. We have the Cyber Quincy and the Wolfpack Quincy skins. Let us start with Cyber Quincy, because this futuristic looking skin, and well, we can just kind of rule out the musical bow, as I believe that if you are that far advanced, you do not have the want or need to learn something so ancient. And if I had a time machine, I could go back into the future and see any new futuristic instruments, but I'm not Marty McFly, so I cannot do that. So with that being said, there isn't much else to go on for Cyber Quincy, but that's only just one of his skins. Let us have a look at Wolfpack Quincy now. Wolfpack Quincy has two possible origins for me: the
Navajo.
Thank you, Google. And the
Ojibwe.
Thanks, Google again. Well, yeah, those two tribes. The two tribes both have correlation to wolves. The Navajo tribe has a sign of loyalty, understanding, and most importantly, good communication. With music is the global way of communicating. The Ojibwe tribe see the wolf as a sacred animal, often referred as brothers or sisters of the tribes. All Navajo music is vocal, however there are some instruments that accompany said vocals, like drums, drumsticks, flutes, whistles, and the one I want to mention, the bull roarer. The bull roarer is the closest instrument to a bow on this list, as it has a piece of wood attached to a string, just like the very first bows. The bull roarer is an instrument used to communicate over large distances. The bow was a weapon made for long distance combat. Very scraping the margin here, but I'm going to skip the Ojibwe instruments as none have as good a correlation to bows as the bull roarer does. And this leads us to Japan, where we have another wolf-loving video game archer, Hanzo from Overwatch, who, as far as I can tell, does not play an instrument. And well, I used to play a fair amount of Overwatch in my day, and Hanzo was probably my favourite DPS character, but we're getting sidetracked here. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Overwatch. There are more instruments used in Japan. There are many traditional Japanese instruments, the koto, a personal favourite of mine, the shamisen, and the kokyo, just to name a few. But the kokyo is a traditionally 3-stringed instrument that has been modernised to 4 strings for more range, and the only traditional instrument to be played with a bow. So if we look at these instruments, the bull roarer and the kokyo, a low rumbling roar with 3 strings played with a bow. And well, The octobase fits that description perfectly. But can we really say that Quincy plays the octobase? Because the octobase is a very, very, very large instrument. It requires a stepping stool and levers to actually play it. And it's not really a musical instrument. You can't really play it on its own. It's used to accompany the bass. It just does a nice rumble, pretty much similar to how a subwoofer works. It just rumbles. You can't really make music with it by itself. So with that in mind, I feel the double bass is a bit more of a fitting instrument for our Quincy friend. Still hits those low notes, but can sound really nice on its own as well. So that kind of settles it. Quincy plays the double bass. And I mean, with such a large instrument, it should be quite hard for him to miss a note. But who knows, he probably will. And yeah, so with that, let me know who you would like to see next. This series might even get expanded to Monkey Towers 2, who knows. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more stuff like this, let me know by leaving a like. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more of me, don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, thank you all for watching, peace out, take care, and have fun.